What's up guys, it's OmniPie here, aka the guy who ruined a certain spot back in Season 3. I'm back yet again to tell you about the 3 new best locations that are actually insanely overpowered, and yet most people ignore them. They're basically hidden from public eyes. And just like before, I'm going to give you solid proof that these locations will give you easy wins. And instead of using the new skin and posting it on Twitter like I did before, this time we have the replay system that shows you my wins and the exact times that I got them. So here it is. On May 11, I got 3 wins back to back in under 2 hours by going to these 3 locations. Which I don't know about you guys, but that's enough to make me want to land at these spots all the time when I want some easy wins. Hit that like button if you like some easy wins, and sub too if you're a winner. Let's go ahead and show you the locations and how OP they are. The first one is Moisty, the location that I could go to in the endgame and still loot all the unopened chests there in Season 3 because no one went there. It was mostly water that slowed you down with some chests in between, and of course if the save zone likes to fart in your face as much as it does mine, then its fart, aka the storm, would screw you over every single time. But all of that is gone in Season 4. There's a beautiful new film set installed where there's a ton of chests and ground loot in a small area with no water to slow you down. You can see the gameplay in the background. I land up here where there's a chest and then I jump down and grab a bunch of loot. Nearby there's another chest already, and seconds away another chest. Then another one in a nearby truck, and of course we can't forget about the big bright trees and pallets. They by far give the most wood per swing out of anything in the game, and there are plenty of them here. Then there's another chest inside one of the buildings. And let's just take a minute here to appreciate how I already have full shields, double shotguns, and a green AR, with way more extra minis than I need and a shield potion to top it off. So that's what you can get in the new film set in Moisty. To top it off, you can still get most of the chests that were previously in Moisty because Epic Games left most of them there from Season 3. But in Season 3, a lot of times you have to skip a lot of the chests because you'd be stuck in the storm if you tried to loot them all when the circle went northwest. That's not a problem in Season 4 though, because of the new item they introduced, which is Hop Rocks. With Hop Rocks, you can move through the map while jumping way faster than you would if you were just running normally. And there's a huge crater inside prison, so you can just go over there after you get a full inventory, bunch of minis, and even a jug. Then you just pop a Hop Rock and go to the save zone while jumping. Just look at the map. I'm moving so insanely fast while jumping. If I wanted to, I could have been in Salty Springs before the storm even stops moving. And Salty Springs is in the middle of the map. So no matter where the save zone went, you can get to it every time after fully looting Moisty. Now, all of a sudden, I'm in the top 20 with almost maxed out wood and a crazy inventory. If this isn't an easy win, I don't know what is. I use the wood to invade this guy, pop him real quick, he'll back up, upgrade my AR. Then I find a llama, which is pretty cool. Then I get another kill here because I got high ground and a nice shotgun hit in. In the top 8, I get a clean snipe headshot, and then another one from even farther away for the 4th kill. Next, I did a neat little trick. I built stairs right over this technique, then edited so I can shoot through them from a blind spot. Then I get a nice ace in the hole using the grenade launcher that I ignored for most of the game. And for the last kill, my grandma actually wanted to try the game out, so I let her. Don't laugh at me, I mean her guys. Oh, shut up, stop laughing. Let's not talk about it. Moving on. The second place is the new factory. Well, it's kinda old now, but it's the newest factory that came with Season 3. It's to the southwest near the Flush factory. A lot of you guys actually recommended this place, saying it was better than containers, which I can see. But remember guys, this is me we're talking about. The save zone farts on me every time. But Omni, that's statistically impossible. Yeah, I thought so too. But if you really think about it, if it can happen, it will probably happen to at least one person. And you're listening to that one person right now. But it's not a problem anymore in Season 4, which I'll go over in a bit. The new factory, which honestly is a place of interest because it has like 10 wooden pallets, can spawn up to 15 chests, which is about as much as other big places of interest. There's usually one on the top floor and bottom floor of each building as well as in the red trucks. There's 3 red trucks and each of them can spawn a chest. Here's what an inventory that you can get from just looting that small area looks like. A green AR, double shotguns, full shields, 3 extra minis, and 2 shield potions, as well as almost 500 wood. You can get 1,000 wood if you wanted to. But yeah, the save zone and the farting on my face, I'm telling you, every time. But like I said earlier, it's usually not a big deal anymore. After looting New Factory, I like to go over to this crater next to Fatal Fields for some more hub rocks, so I can easily outrun the storm. I didn't expect this when I got there, but I got an extra 2 chests to open because people didn't know about this, I guess. So that's an extra bonus you could get sometimes. And then I popped the rocks and the storm just looks so slow compared to me jumping with hop rocks. I actually should have farmed more pallets because of this. I had about a minute left. Now let's talk about the action. The first fight was probably the weirdest fight I've ever been in. I lead in with a really nice burst AR shot, then I go in and Bob here is just dancing around and throwing walls left and right, and it was kinda hard to do much because there's 2 trees on each side of us. Then Bob built himself into a corner and I just kinda catch him with his pants down trying to pull it back up. So there it is, the first meeting in the top 15. Gave me a blue AR and a blue bolt. I take that blue bolt and body shot another dude to get top 10. Then we high ground a no skin. Now we grenade launcher into AR shots the next guy. Oh, did you see that? That bush has some extra bush on it. Too much bush if you ask me. Now, the last fight was pretty intense. This guy ran out of AR bullets at the end and rushed me, and he knew how to build, so he got close. I'm glad my track record of being one pumped in the face didn't happen there. And I like his name, Omnifish. I can say without any bias that that's a pretty good name. Alright, the last location is probably the most hidden one out of these 3. It's the racetracks. It's not a very popular spot because in Season 3, it only had like 3 chests total. But in Season 4, there's a new crater right next to it that can spawn 3 more chests. So you can get up to 6 chests now. The route I like to take is to start all the way to the east. There's 2 chests hidden under this platform here. After I loot those, I go over to the house, where I saw someone and finished them off pretty quickly. The 3rd chest is on the roof. Then I go over to the crater and loot those chests. It's very simple, not as much loot as the other 2 places, but you rarely have to fight more than 1 person for the loot, if any at all. But the extra nice thing about landing here is that there's actually a couple of buildings very nearby with tons of loot as well that you can jump to in seconds. Then there's a broken house right next to that. So in the end, you loot up almost as much as most places of interest, with very little people fighting you for it. I ended up with every type of weapon, including full shields, extra minis, and a rocket launcher, while only shooting 1 guy in the back. Now, let's go ahead and show you guys the action leading up to the win. So here I am, running from the storm, you know, as usual, and I see an attempt at a sky base. Not on my watch, but no. And then voila! Top 2 with only 2 kills, which were barely kills. And guys, this is why I always go for high ground. So I guess I did the never getting hurt challenge here? This was the replay titled "Your grandma could have won this," by the way, in case you were wondering about that. So there we go, those were the 3 most OP yet hidden locations in Season 4. They all have 3 things in common. Number 1 is really good loot, as you saw. I always left with full shields and then some. Number 2, they're all next to hop rocks, which are insanely helpful for moving from place to place and outrunning the storm. I was thinking about including Risky Rails into this list because of it, but Risky Rails is a named location and usually has at least 2 people who land there, usually more, so it's not very hidden or OP because you have to share your shields with other people, and the risk of dying early also increases a lot since you might start with a bad weapon and then die to other players just because they had better weapons than you. And number 3, they're all at the sides or edges of the map, so most people don't really go there because in Season 3, the storm was a big pain in the butt when you land anywhere not in the center. But the hub rocks makes that not an issue anymore, but people haven't adopted yet, so these places are still pretty empty. It's also really nice that there are 3 locations like this, because obviously a lot of people will go to Moisty if the bus starts there, or New Factory if it starts there, so if the bus starts at one of those locations, you can just skip that and go to the next one that it's not close to, so you can loot by yourself or with one other person to get the best loot possible without dying much, which sets you up for easy wins. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button for more awesome content to help you get more wins. I'm going to be doing a full rundown of these 3 games so you can use these locations to their maximum potential, so stick around for that.